Hey, what's poppin', y'all? Hey, and greetings to our listeners and viewers. Yes, sir. This is All-in-One Sports Podcast, also known as A1 Sports Podcast, and better known as yes, sir, A1SP, and you are now tuned into Major League Baseball, Peter Dubz, doubles and double plays. Yes, sir. Yeah, we are your one-stop for your sports info needs, and we will be covering many sports topics with our segments. The NFL with 3 Downs and Kick It, which is a look around the NFL with news, updates, and analysis. And the NFC East Chronicles, bringing fans of the Cowboys, Washington football team, Eagles, and even the Midgets some great insight and expert analysis of their beloved teams. Also, Chris B. Ballin with the NBA, as well as Kicking It with Uncle Pete Soccer. And, of course, the 500-pound gorilla in the Zoom, which is controversial and pressing topics. And E.or, which has us picking games of the week. So you are just one click away from your sports info needs, especially when you're on the run. And look for our logo with the complete spelling of All-in-One Sports Podcast with the colors of red, white, and blue stripes running through them. So we ask you to apply some pressure to that notification bell or to the subscribe button, and then do the same with that notification bell. Also, turn others on to the sports information movement on a podcast format with shares and likes, so they too can be up on things. You can find us via YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, IG, and many more platforms to come in the very near future. We're back like baseball. Yeah, things are getting interesting now. All right, please allow us to introduce ourselves. We are the Griot Duo. Beats in the podcast. Yeah.
That's right.
Bringing it with spectacular vernacular straight out of the DMV. Now, here's our panel of experts making this podcast twice as nice. Starting with the mathematical whiz, baseball guru, fact checker, and payroll supervisor by day and night, known around here as the voice of reason, yours truly, Peter Dubz.
What it do, everybody?
Hey, we loving it, man. We loving it.
Right.
What an exciting game last night. We hope to have more like that.
Oh, yeah.
Nail biters, just heat type of stuff. Oh, yeah. And now, representing the youth movement, but he's not here. So we're going to push ahead until he returns off his break. He's doing some underground stuff that is top secret. We can't let out. So when he gets back, he'll explain what he's been doing. That's Crystal Dramas, of course. And now, the ish-talking ballaholic who grew up in an era when smoking on airplanes was allowed. So he ain't scared of none of y'all smoke, and definitely ain't scared of any secondhand smoke y'all got either. A jack of all trade and master of many, yours truly, Uncle P, a.k.a. the banterer whisperer. Yes. You are tuned into Major League Baseball, Peter Dubz, doubles and double plays. And it goes to something a little like this. How we do that?
Me out to the ball game.
What it do, fam? What it do? Y'all know what it is. It's the A1SP with the red, white, and the zoo. We roll too tight so y'all can't pull us. Facts. Yo, what's up, man? I know you got something good for us, man. So I'm just going to leave the floor to you.
Yes. Peter Dubz, double plays.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, Major League Baseball, man. It's exciting times. It's the month of October.
Yes,
and guess what? It's time for somebody to steal the crown. That crown is the crown of Mr. October.
Yeah, who's it going to be?
Who's stepping up to the plate?
Who? Mookie?
Cody Bellinger for the LA Dodgers.
There you go. There you go.
There you go. Yes. Yes, man. Hey, game last night, game 5 of
Classic.
the National League Divisional Series between two teams that both won over 100 games. The San Francisco Giants and the LA Dodgers. The Giants were the home team.
Right.
And the Dodgers went into this game and they're going to just, throw caution to the wind. They started a normal closing pitcher. They started him, and a normal starting pitcher closed the game and got the save, his first save ever in his career, and that was one Max Scherzer. So, but close game throughout. San Francisco eventually went up 1-0 off a home run that was crushed. I mean, 450 feet straight dead center. So they went up 1-0 for a little while, and then the Dodgers scored, and then in the top of the ninth, the Dodgers got one on. Cody Bellinger was at the plate, stroked a single, and it's relevant because Bellinger had one of the worst regular seasons of his career, if not the worst.
Wow.
And so going into the playoffs, the big question was, what are we going to get from Cody Bellinger? And he played big throughout this whole series. And then he has basically the game-winning RBI in game 5 of the National League Division Series. He gets a single, run scores, they go up 2-1. Then bottom of the ninth, they bring in Scherzer in relief.
Strategy matters.
That's right. And he gets the first batter to fly out. The second batter struck out on a third call, on a strike 3 call. And the third batter actually struck out on a very controversial strike 3 because he tried to check his swing. And if you look at the tape,
he didn't follow through.
He did not follow through.
He didn't follow through.
He did not.
Hey.
But you know what? There has to be controversy between the Giants and the Dodgers. It's just, yeah. So
sorry.
Seriously. And plus the Dodgers are my pick. So hey,
they're my pick too to win it all. And I had Tampa Bay, who did not make it. So I'm rocking out with LA all the way.
Yeah, I really did think Tampa Bay would make it to the American League Championship
I thought they were going to
Series.
beat Boston.
Yeah, but Boston just really they were hot. They were hot, and baseball is so streaky. It really is. I mean,
it is.
When you have, I think it was 1990, when you have the 100+ win Oakland A's against the 90 win Cincinnati Reds in the World Series, and Cincinnati was they just went on a hot streak. And I mean, and that was the Oakland A's with the Bash brothers, Mark McGwire, Hoke Canseco, injecting each other in the ass and before the game. So
I remember all that steroid stuff.
Yeah,
man.
So but yeah, man. So all that gets us to where we are now.
Yeah,
it is. We're at the League Championship Series for both the American League and the National League, and we're at the Final Four. And whoever wins these series will go on to the World Series. In the American League, you have Boston playing Houston.
Yeah.
And let me give you some numbers on that. So during the regular season, head-to-head, between 7 games, Houston won 5 out of those 7 games between these two teams.
Okay.
Houston scored 42 runs total to 25 for Boston.
17.
Yeah. Another couple other big stats. This is Houston's 5th straight American League Championship Series.
Damn. So they're the new Yankees.
That's the Yankees.
Right. H-Town is the Yankees.
Actually, they're not the new Yankees.
Oh yeah, you're right.
They are the new Atlanta Braves.
That's
right. They were the last team to go to 8 straight league championship series in the National League between 1991 to 1999.
Smokes.
Right.
Remember all those guys.
That's right.
Chipper Jones.
Chipper Jones,
And
Smoltz,
who is the
Greg,
racist pitcher? John Rocker.
John Rocker. Yes. And yeah, so this is the rubber match. This is the third time that these two teams have met in the playoffs in the last 5 years.
Right.
And in 2017, Houston won in the American League Divisional Series 3-1.
Okay.
And in 2018, Boston won in the American League Championship and went on to win the World Series. So this is kind of the rubber match between those two.
Yeah.
So, and in the National League, we have the LA Dodgers going up against the Atlanta Braves.
So the rich just keep getting richer because all four of these franchises have, I don't know how many combined World Series championships in the past 20 seasons, whereas our Orioles, I can name a whole bunch of other teams have squadouche. So let's try to spread that love around. Oh, I see Boston just scored a run. Top of the third.
So they're tied 1-1.
Yep.
Yeah. So in the National League, you have the Dodgers and Atlanta. And here's the funny thing about this series. Since the Braves won their division and the Dodgers did not. So the Braves have home field advantage. So even though the Dodgers won 106 games, doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
I think even they have the Braves have an injury. Who just got injured?
Acuna. They lost Acuna.
There you go. They lost Acuna, but just recently they lost someone else. I forgot the name. But their services won't be. So here's some numbers for this series. These two teams head to head, 6 games. Dodgers won 4. Okay.
Dodgers scored 26 runs and the Braves scored 23 total runs. So run production wise, it wasn't too far off.
Yeah, it's just about even.
Right. But here's some key stats. Since the trade deadline, you remember the big trade that brought Scherzer and Trey Turner from the Nationals to the Dodgers?
Right.
Well, since the trade deadline, the Dodgers have the best record in baseball, 48 wins versus 16 losses. They had the best run differential, 131 run differential.
They're loaded. They're loaded.
Yeah. But guess what? The Braves are right behind them at number 3. They were 40-21. Since the trade deadline, their run differential is plus 94. So even and that's without Acuna.
Right.
So so this could be a tighter series than people think it might be. If you ask me, I say Houston beats Boston in 6 games, and I think the Dodgers beat Atlanta in 6 games.
Okay. So we're basically setting up for Houston LA championship.
Right.
And we want the best that's out there. And I think that will be the best case scenario.
I want that one to go 7.
Yeah. That might just have to go 7 because it's going to be tight. You know.
And it'll be interesting for that one because remember the team, I can't remember who won it, but whichever conference won the All-Star game, they get home field advantage in the World Series.
So who won the All-Star game?
I cannot remember. I think it was the American League. Yeah. Wow. So if that's the case, then
Houston
would have home field.
And in any case, I don't think it really matters with these guys. The Dodgers are just too good right now, man. I don't see them losing to anyone. But upsets do happen. People get on streaks. We shall see.
But the Dodgers are way too loaded, man. Just way too loaded.
Like Mookie went 4 for 4 last night.
Yes.
And Trey Turner went 0 for 4.
Yeah.
But yet though, it cancels each other out because why? They have enough, I would say defense as far as their pitching and their fielding is concerned that they can beat you in many different ways.
Yeah, and that's the thing about Trey Turner. He can have those 0-4 nights, but then he's so lights out in the field,
right?
That he's probably he jumps at every opportunity to save a run, in the field. Right. So,
and if he's playing second base like that, that thing's coming right to him.
Mhm.
So he's turning double plays, the whole nine, you know.
Yeah. So that's right now. That's where we are with Major League Baseball
Right.
and the playoffs. A couple other quick notes, real quick.
Mhm.
I tell you, season's in, and so do employments. So we talked just a week ago about how the St. Louis Cardinals went on a 17-game win streak
Mm-hmm.
to make it into the postseason.
Yeah.
Well, yesterday they fired their manager after 3 straight years going to the playoffs. Amazing. 3 straight years of 90+ victories.
It's not even what have you done for me lately anymore.
Right.
What is it now? It's analytics.
It's analytics. It's what are the analytics telling me? Yeah, their team, they want to change their team model to being more analytics focused. And he's kind of an old school guy. Mm-hmm. And so they let him go for philosophical differences.
Wow.
So I hope the Baltimore Orioles are paying attention. Because I know
we're
they're
just not getting it right.
They're just not getting it right.
Here?
Yes, But one good thing about the Orioles, though, every level of the minor leagues, they had a Player of the Year this year.
Okay.
So it's coming. It's coming.
We have a chance to be mediocre.
We have a chance. Yes. Yes.
And then after mediocrity comes, I guess, somewhat good. And I'll take somewhat good after all these years of just being completely fucking terrible. So we've been horrible, man. There's no other way to put it. It's just not getting it done. I want to go to Orioles games, but this is even before the pandemic. But we're just so bad. It's just like it's an outing. It's like going.
Well, you focus on the visiting team. Remember when the Wizards used to sell team games by saying Michael Jordan's coming to town, LeBron's coming to town. Yes.
So basically, it's like because they know that so many people migrate to DC, they're not originally from DC, so they're gonna root all those people who root for their teams and don't get a chance to go to Philly or whatever. To LA, they make sure they come because they only play each other once a year. They're like, we're gonna be at that game, that's for sure. It's gonna be a sellout, but it's gonna be a sellout of gold and purple rather than red, white, and blue. So,
exactly. So, and in other employment news in the Major League Baseball, there's been a firing in New York.
Ooh, Aaron fucking Boone.
Negatory. Remember that word? Negatory, dude.
Yeah. So who?
But here's what the Yankees did do. They're planning on hanging on to Aaron Boone.
Okay.
But they fired his hitting coach. No. They fired his hitting coach and his third base coach, Phil Nevin, who's a former manager, and him and Nevin are really tight. Yeah. So now the question is, will Boone want to stay? Because guess what? Boone's contract is up.
At the end of this season?
Yes.
I mean, at the end of next season?
No, as soon as the World Series is over this year.
They're looking around.
Yeah, that's right.
The way they struggled this year, I'll be surprised if he's back. I thought that he would probably, maybe they're just giving him a hint right now, like, we're going to, fire somebody close to you, and then hopefully you'll be like, you know what, I want to resign.
Yes.
I had a run at this. Did he ever win a World Series? I think he did.
He won one as a Yankee.
As a player. But he never won one as a manager.
No.
Ooh. Yeah, it's time for you to go, bro.
Yeah. Because I think it's been at least 3, maybe 4 years that he's been with them. So
he's been called every rat bastard and everything else. So it's time for him to go. Yeah,
and you know what makes it even worse for him? In the time that he's been manager with the Yankees, the Red Sox have won one World Series.
Yep.
And now the Red Sox have gone further than they did in the playoffs. Yeah. As a matter of fact, the Red Sox knocked them out.
Yeah, they only had that one game to beat them.
That's right, one game to beat them.
If you can't do that, now it's like, we don't even want to be put in that situation anymore.
Exactly,
we want to be already ahead of the
exactly.
Field, so we don't have to be.
Yeah. Yes. So there you have it. That's the state of Major League Baseball as of today. And again, the Red Sox are playing the Astros right now in Game 1 in the American League Championship Series. And the Red Sox, through in the top of the third, are up 2-1.
Oh, so they scored again.
They scored again. Yes.
Look at that. So that's going to be an interesting game, especially if it's some back and forth. But if they lose to them in Game 1, but it's they're playing in Houston, right?
They're playing in Houston. Houston has home field advantage.
Yeah, you can't drop that first one at home.
Yeah,
you drop that first one at home, it's looking shaky.
Yeah. Well, you know how it goes in Houston. Later in the game, watch out for how many bangs you hear on the steel drums.
Yeah. But they're looking shakier than an old moped at a Mexican resort being ridden by a fat boy. Yeah. Tires coming off, everything. Tread, yeah.
Yes.
Bad shape if you lose this one, man. Yeah.
So there you have it. Major League Baseball. Peter Dubz, doubles and double plays.
Hey, batter. Swing, batter. All right. Just give it up for my man, Peter Dubz. Definitely keeping us informed and keeping us on top of things when it comes to the Major League Baseball and beyond. Hey.
Me out.
To the ball.
Gang.
Yes, sir. Woo! Here we go. You have just listened to or viewed All in One Sports Podcast, aka That's right. Also, check out our other segments on YouTube, Facebook, IG, and Twitter. Chris be ballin' with the NBA, kicking it with Uncle Pete Soccer, Ida Orr, and the 500-pound gorilla in the Zoom. So remember to apply some pressure to that subscribe button and do the same to that notification bell. And since you have been entertained and now F with us, share our content with friends, family, frenemies, foes, and even haters. And show us some love with likes for the red, white, and blue. Thanks for checking us out on the Zoom. Always keeping it 100. And have a great day and an even better tomorrow. Hey. Let's bring this thing in, man. On 3, we out. 1, 2, 3. We out. Yes, we are. And I got one question to ask. Yeah, you are. We do it for the people. That's what we do it for. That's right. Hey. It's over, yo. Aha. Catch